Who are you?
My name is Pussy Galore.
I must be dreaming.
Welcome back to Hollywood Bulletin. Today we're diving into the electrifying and fearless life of a woman who shook the entertainment industry to its core and left behind a story so powerful that it continues to inspire people even decades later. So stay with us until the end, because Honor Blackman's journey is nothing short of breathtaking, and you won't want to miss a single detail. She wasn't just an actress. She was a rule breaker, a trailblazer, and a fighter who lived life entirely on her own terms. Honor Blackman first stunned the world in leather outfits that made censors panic. Her television show, The Avengers, was banned in America and entire scenes were cut in Britain. But her real power was not in what she wore. It was in what she did behind the scenes. She practiced real martial arts and could throw grown men to the ground with ease. When she stepped into the role of a Bond woman at 39 years old, she broke Hollywood's biggest rule by becoming the oldest actress ever to seduce James Bond, proving that strength and presence mattered more than age. But her story went far beyond Hollywood glamour. Born on August 22, 1925, in one of East London's toughest neighborhoods, she grew up in poverty, surrounded by overcrowded housing, illness, and bomb-damaged streets. Her family didn't even have an indoor bathroom until she was a teenager. Yet even in these struggles, she found light through books, poetry, and performance. When she was just 9 years old, hearing poetry read aloud at a library sparked a passion in her heart that never faded. At 16, as World War II raged and bombs shook London, her father gave her a choice between a bicycle or elocution lessons, and though she longed for the bike, she chose the lessons, setting herself on a path that would change her life forever. Honor threw herself into drama training at the Guildhall School while the city was still under nightly air raids, and at the same time, she volunteered as a motorcycle dispatch rider during the war, riding high-powered Nortons through blackout conditions while Luftwaffe planes flew overhead. Known as Top Gear Tessie, she carried top-secret communications from Churchill's war rooms to field hospitals, even once braving a direct air raid at Victoria Station to deliver Enigma data. She carried no weapons, only her leather coat, and for decades these missions remained secret until she revealed them later in life. After the war, she began acting, but her early career was nearly cut short when a horse stepped on her hair during filming, tearing her scalp and leaving her with lasting scars. Yet, she pressed forward, studying by day, working nights, and often collapsing from exhaustion, but refusing to give up. By the mid-1940s, she was already turning heads with her confidence and presence, stepping in at the last moment for a lead role and dazzling critics with her natural talent. Through the 1950s, she fought through grueling studio contracts, long hours, and even breakdowns caused by the intense pressure of the rank organization's so-called charm school. Yet she kept rising, winning roles in films like Quartet and So Long at the Fair, and then breaking through in the early 1960s as Kathy Gale in The Avengers. It was a role originally written for a man, but Honor played it exactly as it was, making history as television's first truly equal female action hero. She trained in judo 5 days a week and earned a brown belt, performing her own fight scenes with an authenticity that no other actress of her time dared attempt. Her leather jumpsuit, created to withstand the throws and flips she performed, became an iconic look that sparked fashion trends across Britain. Scenes were cut, episodes were banned, and censors panicked, but audiences adored her. and she inspired generations of women to see strength, intelligence, and independence as beautiful. When she left the Avengers at her creative peak, most assumed it was to join James Bond, and though that was true, her decision was also deeply personal. At 39, she became the oldest actress to play opposite Sean Connery in Goldfinger, a move that could have backfired, but instead made her legendary. She rejected the label of Bond girl on her time for money, reminding everyone that her character was a pilot and a leader. In one famous scene, she actually threw Connery to the ground using real judo, not a stunt double. She proved that women in Bond films could be more than accessories. They could be equals, and in doing so, she reshaped the franchise forever. Her boldness extended to her personal beliefs too, turning down royal honors because of her anti-monarchy stance and speaking out honestly on politics, even when it shocked the public. Her career never slowed down, from Jason and the Argonauts to West End musicals, from suspense thrillers to sitcoms like The Upper Hand, where she became a beloved star all over again in her 60s. She showed that talent has no age limit, and her deep, commanding voice carried her through drama, comedy, and even musicals where she broke box office records. In her personal life, she endured controlling relationships, betrayal, infertility, adoption, divorce, and loss. Yet through it all, she found strength in independence. After her second marriage ended, she chose never to remarry, saying she was happiest in her own company, and she devoted herself to her children, her grandchildren, and the causes she believed in. Honor Blackman lived through war, poverty, fame, heartbreak, and reinvention. She survived bombings, rode through the night on secret missions, transformed into one of the world's first female action stars, became a feminist icon, and even in her 80s and 90s, was still commanding stages with one-woman shows. She passed away peacefully in 2020 at the age of 94, leaving behind a legacy not just of glamour and fame, but of courage, independence, and determination. Her story reminds us that greatness comes from refusing to follow the rules, from daring to be different, and from living boldly in the face of doubt and criticism. Honor Blackman wasn't just a star, she was a force of nature who changed television, film, and the very image of what women could be on screen. And now, as we look back at her extraordinary life, one thing is clear: she will never be forgotten. If you loved uncovering the fearless life of Honor Blackman, make sure to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon so you never miss another story about the legends who shaped Hollywood history.